Hey, what is going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a fantastic day today. We've got a big game this weekend. We got a big game. I'm pumped. I'm pumped. I'm excited. There's a lot of Eagle fans been down this team this week and what they're going to do, but I got a good feeling. I got a really, really good feeling about it. I really do. I'm extra excited. I'm really happy, and I can't wait. I'm ready to rock this, and let's do it. I really am. I'm pumped about it. Hope everyone's having a great night tonight. Just to let you guys know, we'll wait some more people get in here till I say anything. But we are literally just a few days away, ready to go. What's going on, guys? Tim, Kurtagus, Matthew, what's going on? Demon Badger, what's going on? Vortex, what's going on? Uday Matalis, what's up, Shakes? What do you think of our run game this weekend? Well, I think what's happening now is that the weather is supposed to be really bad Sunday. It's supposed to be rainy and really windy. So honestly, this is probably going to be probably a good sight for us. Should be really good. Work those RPOs, read options, and just run the ball all day. If the weather's going to be bad, I have no problem with the Eagles running the ball all day, more than usual, just because, you want to be careful throwing the ball, and, it's going to be interesting. It's supposed to be the weather's not supposed to be that good whatsoever. So, I don't know. Well, they talked about the weather, so obviously it's outside. So I don't think so. From what they said, it wasn't. I don't know. That's what they said. Quick announcement, real fast. So in the description below of this video, shout out to Philly Foothills. He is a content creator. There is a GoFundMe page that is up right now. I put the link in the description. I will announce it a few times during this stream. Unfortunately, a tragic thing did happen with his family. I don't care if you go in there and donate $1, 50 cents, $2, $5. I do not care. When you have a brother down in a really bad situation, we got to help every brother up as possible. At the end of the day, we are a family, and we work together, and, we are there for each other. Regardless if you guys don't watch him or not, he is a Philadelphia Eagles fan, and unfortunately, a tragic thing happened in his immediate family. His 26-year-old son did pass away. So it's been a really tough since the Cowboys. I think it happened right before the Cowboys game started. So it's been a really tough outing for him. And description below, he is, donate $1, donate $2, $5, something. I mean, it's always just something. You know what I mean? It's going towards something with it goes towards the burial costs and all that, which is very expensive. So much appreciated to everybody that donates to that if they can, in description below. And to update everybody on the draft and what's going on, I've already been starting free agency, draft analysis. I've been going through a lot of stuff the past few days since, obviously I hope we still continue to play after this week. Right here, what you see on the screen right here, if you join the Shake Squad Captain Tier memberships, link is right up in the chat at the pinned comment up above and down below in the description. We'll be doing highlight reactions of players. So definitely subscribe to that and join the Captain membership. I'm only doing it for Captain memberships. So if you're not a Captain membership, if you're just a soldier, you can upgrade. But that will be right there if you want to get into that. We're going to be doing a lot of highlights to all the college players coming out and, just having fun with it. So definitely check that out when you guys have a chance. So much love to everybody that's in here right now. We're getting ready for Sunday. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know what's going to happen. At this point, guys, I have no idea because the last time we played the Buccaneers, I mean, Tom Brady threw what? He was like 32 for 34 for 42 or something like that, almost 300 yards. Jalen Hurts, I think, only had a touchdown in that game. We ran the ball. We didn't run the ball enough, obviously, but I think Zach Ertz caught a touchdown pass, and I think that was really it. I mean, the Eagles almost beat the Buccaneers 3 months ago. They didn't have Gronkowski. They had they had Antonio Brown. They had more weapons. Us, we we didn't have Dallas Goedert playing. We had no identity. We had no run game. So it's been kind of crazy. It's been kind of nuts. So it's been kind of nuts. So I hope we get this win on Sunday. I really feel good about it. I do. Really, the only thing I'm worried about is this defense. Really, Jonathan Gannon cannot play his basic defense this Sunday. He just can't. He can't wait to make adjustments later on in the game. It just can't happen. It really can't. You know what I mean? This team is pretty healthy going into Sunday. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how this pass rush is going to be, but they need to start doing stunts. They need to start keeping Brady on his heels a little bit. Do not give him time. Don't move your corners back 10 to 15 yards and play cautious and then wait till the half to make adjustments. I've noticed in these games, he waits until the half and then this team turns to a second half team. We can't afford to do that. We need to have a quick start for this game. That's what we have to do. So it's kind of been crazy. It's a crazy week this week. You know, there's a lot of other things to talk about. I mean, like, this game is so important, and I think we can really make a difference in this game. I really think they could boss them around. I really do. I think they could bully them around running the football. I think they could do a lot. I really do. I'm not even just saying that. Like, look, if I think they're going to lose this game, I'd say, hey, they're going to flat out lose and they're going to get destroyed. I think one thing is obviously Tom Brady you have to defend. You know, Darius Slay will be on Mike Evans. I mean, big play Slay will be on Mike Evans the whole entire game. Who's going to cover Gronkowski? I have no idea. It could be Avonte Max, TJ Edwards. I don't know who's going to be covering him, so it should be interesting how they do that matchup. They have guys like Perriman and Scotty Miller, since Antonio Brown, Chris Godwin ain't here. So, I mean, they have a nice deep threat in Scotty Miller. Like, Brady will make a lot of these receivers look really good. And then Leonard Fournette probably will be playing. Leonard Fournette totally destroyed us. I mean, I know we had Eric Wilson at middle linebacker. I mean, we're in a total, like, this Eagles team is in a totally different state right now. They're just in a totally different state right now when it comes to our identity and obviously some of the players. So it's interesting. It really is. It's really interesting. But we're going to find out. We're going to find out what happens. Leonard Fournette, ran all over us. I mean, I think he had $120, $130 on us in that game. I mean, our linebackers weren't running downhill. They were taking the hits, then giving the hits. If you let Leonard Fournette be physical in this game and you're taking hits from him, you're not winning this game. I mean, he's going to run over 100 yards easy on this defense if that happens. They got to play physical. But I think they're taking us lightly. I think Tom Brady is taking this defense lightly. I think they're just taking us lightly in general as of right now. So, it is what it is. But they have a big chance. Like, if they're able to pull this off, if they actually pull this off, watch out. That's all I got to say. I can't believe I'm saying that because we came from 2-5 and it's crazy. It's a beatable game. It's a winnable game. And I know we hate saying that word. We've been saying that word a lot all season with certain teams. Oh, they're beatable. They're beatable. We haven't taken advantage of other teams' injuries on top of it. I mean, Richard Sherman just put himself, he's on IR now. I don't care if they're one of the best run defenses in the league. We could run on anybody in the NFL at this point. We could run everybody. So I have a lot of faith in our run game. Miles Sanders, I don't know what's going to happen with him. He's not going to be 100%, obviously. So I don't know. I don't even know which hand is broken. Is it his hand where he holds the ball with, or is it the other hand? I'm not really sure. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens. But I mean, they have to run with authority. They have to bully the Buccaneers a little bit. And I think they can get this. I mean, they have to keep Brady guessing. They have to blitz. I'm not saying they have to blitz every play, but mostly they really have to they have to run stunts. They have to try to get to Brady. That 4-man pass rush isn't going to do anything. I don't know. Maybe he'll come alive. Maybe we won't need the blitz that much, but I highly doubt it. He hasn't blitzed that much this year. So, when you start making those adjustments, and he does a pretty good job when it comes to the adjustments, but we need a fast start. I mean, we need a fast start, and that's just the whole That's just the whole thing with everything. Alan Austin, what's going on, man? He says, what's good, man? Pumped for the game. Little nervous about Gannon's game plan, but hope we straight fly will slide. Yeah, no, I'm just worried about this defense a little bit. That's all. I'm just worried about not having a fast start. I mean, you can't let Brady. I mean, you have to close that pocket, and that's where don't let Tom Brady come outside the pocket because he will make every single pass. So I think that's what they got to do. They got to figure out a way to close that pocket up. So. Christian Brasso's defense, our biggest cause of Gannon. Yeah, our biggest worry. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's definite. I don't even care. Look, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for probably a lot of fans to say, what if Gannon makes it out of this game and plays really well, coaches these guys really well, and they get, do you give him respect? Is it enough for him to be, defensive coordinator next year? Obviously, Jonathan Gannon has. Already have a scheduled interview with the Denver Broncos for the head coaching job, which I don't think he's getting any job. Okay, head coaching wise, he's not getting any job, period. So I wouldn't even worry about that much. Gavin Steck, what's going on, man? He says, yeah, they need to come out aggressive, just pretend the first of the game is halftime, so they came out aggressive. Eagles champ, what's going on, man? Nina Alston, what's going on? Hope you're having a good week. Hope you're having a good day, a good night, a good week. Flat Park says Vontae Max, no to cover Gronk. Gronk has too much size for Max. Yeah, I don't even think that's a good idea. I don't think he's good at facing, Kyle Pitts, is a tight. Kyle Pitts they faced in the first week and he played pretty well against them. He only had 30-something yards receiving, really. But, Vontae Maddox, yeah, definitely there is a huge size difference. P says, do a Madden simulation. I might do one on Saturday. I'll update you guys on what's going on. Obviously, what was going on with the virus and everything, and I haven't been feeling good, and I still don't feel right. I'm still kind of, I'm over the worst part of it, but I'm very tired every day, so I've been trying to do stuff. He says, hope you're feeling better. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. I'm just trying to, I doing these streams a lot earlier would probably be a lot better because I get tired very easily at night. Like I don't really stay up late at all anymore. East Cam for Life says, I hope Gannon misses his flight. Rat says, I don't care if it's Brady at QB. Stop the run game at all costs. Agreed, bro. Eagle Slayer says, if we lose Sunday, at least Gannon will be gone. Yeah, I guess that's a positive. I guess that's a positive. He should be gone. I don't think Nick's going to keep him here. And if not, Howie's not going to keep him here. I don't think he stays here. I really don't. I still don't think he knows how to use certain players. I just don't think so. So Philly H21 says, "What up, Joey? Philly 500." Well, Philly's not here. This isn't a shakedown today. So I haven't talked to 500 at all in like a day or two, but he's probably doing well. So Grand Zero, what's going on, man? So came here to wish you a happy New Year and good luck this weekend. Give you a leg as always and keep up great work. Yo, Grand Zero, appreciate it, bro. Much love, man. Gavin Stack says that's good for the Eagles. That Sherman is out. He isn't what he used to be, but it's good for another start. Yeah, even when we faced Tampa Bay last time, they were down like three corners. And we still couldn't pass on them. See, you know what I mean? So 3 months ago, this team was a totally different team, and not in a positive way either. So it's interesting, man. It's very interesting. Fly Parks says carry ball with both hands. Tommy Donovan, we need to run down their throats, and Gann needs to get pressure. Can't sit back and wait for for Tom Brady to take over. No, they have to run down their throats. And I'm not saying they have to go downfield all the time. I'm not saying that they have to throw deep on Devontae Smith, a lot. They have to throw deep a lot in this game. Apparently, there's supposed to be bad weather this Sunday. I don't know. They were saying, "Oh, it's going to be bad weather," and I'm like, and I thought they were in the dome, but I forgot. Because I don't watch Tampa Bay that much, so I don't even know. But Greg Ronald says, "I think Howard and Kenny G can run through their defense." Oh, I think so too. Jordan Howard's had a lot of rest with that stinger, so hopefully he's good. He definitely is good, but hopefully he's 100%. Because I knew in that Cowboys game we really didn't. I don't think it was Washington. We didn't really use them that much. So I know we weren't going to use these guys that much. Kevin also being the pressure and run. That's it. Co LC says he can play with his hand because the ball is tucked in his arm. Just don't catch pass. Yeah, that's probably what it's going to be. If that's the case, don't catch passes. I don't think they're going to pass to him. I love Miles Sanders in the passing game, but you could definitely use another. Even doing it, they've been doing it with Boston Scott as well. So you definitely look out for that. Swoop the Eagles says all Eagles fans need to take over that stadium like we always do, and I think we will. I think we will. Eagles Uncensored, what's going on, man? Bryce Blackwell says just don't get blown out. Art De Palma says, I heard it's going to rain and there's going to be a lot of wind. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Really bad weather for Sunday. So I don't care. I'm fine with it. There's going to be bad weather. I'm totally fine with it. They could just literally just run the ball with full force the whole game, and I'm fine with it. Comments are, I don't think we'll get blown out, but I don't expect to win either, but you never know. I'm telling you, I think the Eagles can. I think you know what, there's a lot of hungry guys on this team. And I think the good part about just this playoff game in general is that a lot of these young guys are getting a lot of playoff experience. And that's a great thing. It really is. Whether they're college players that played in the national championship game or obviously from the 2017 Super Bowl or have played in the past 4 or 5 times the Eagles have been in the playoffs since the Super Bowl. So I mean, it's really good to have these reps in a playoff game to see what a playoff game is like, and to get back to this spot if we don't make it out this weekend. So Easy Money says Hurts ignored Jeff McClain because he pointed out the first time Hurts played top-notch defense in the playoffs in high school, he was blown up by 50 points. Jeff McClain asked what he learned. Hurts, yeah, I know. Hurts don't give a crap, man. He's in the moment, bro. He's in the moment. That's it. He's in the moment. Richie MC, what's going on, man? He says, call Mr. Delusional, give a side-eye look at Eagles going to the Super Bowl, Philly, Cincy. That would be amazing. That would be something special. I'm not going too far. I'm taking one game at a time. In this game, you got to win. If you're able to literally assassinate the Super Bowl, the ex-Super Bowl champs, I'm telling you, if they win this game, this is going to be a dangerous team when it comes to the run game. I'm telling you, it's going to be something. It's going to be really something. Gavin Stacks said they're completely different than they were, so I have a little bit of hope for this game. I hope they come out swinging and don't let Brady pull ahead. No, that's what I'm hoping they don't do either. I don't. Even the Bucs, they don't look really that good right now. I mean, I think they haven't really looked that productive. Obviously, you don't know Chris Godwin, no Antonio Brown, but they can still win games regardless with what they have because that scheme is so good and Brady is so good himself. So, Yonine Slim says, I don't think Tom can throw ball over our heads. Let's stop the run and jump shorts. I agree. Damon Badger says, destroy the pirate ship. We got to take over that pirate ship. And sink it down. Enrique, what's going on? Please sit Rager, put in Greg Ward or Sipos as wide receiver. Here's what I'm really afraid of. Dragon, what's going on, man? This is what I'm really afraid of. What I'm really afraid of is that they're going to waste time throwing to Rager. Like, they've given him so many opportunities this year, and he hasn't done nothing with it. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, he's a first-round pick, so they have to start him. They've had no choice this year but to start Jalen Rager. Here's my problem. I don't want them wasting their time throwing to guys that aren't going to get separation, that just aren't going to help, are not going to help Jalen Hurts in this game. Because if I even see any passes that are a waste of time, I'm going to be pissed off. It's going to be a waste of a drive. It's going to be a drive killer. Greg Ward is definitely more reliable. Definitely. The more he plays, the better he gets. Even when you take last year in 2020, negatively not last year, but in 2020, Carson Wentz got benched and Jalen Hurts came in, and, Greg Ward became one of those, respectful, really good receivers for Jalen Hurts, especially in the red zone. I mean, and Greg Ward's not even that fast. He's got really good separation. He's great in the red zone. I mean, it's been really good between both of those guys. So it's going to be interesting, though. We got a super chat from Country Boy Aliel. What's going on, man? He says, woo, Ric Flair, I'm back. What's good, Joey? What happened to my wrench on the channel? I still feel Shake Squad. I don't know. Like, I must have deleted some wrenches before, so I don't know. I probably just never gave you one back, but I'll definitely give you one, though. I'll definitely give you one. I really don't have many moderators on this channel, maybe like 3 or 4. I don't have much on here, so it's been kind of crazy, but I appreciate the super chat, man. We have 104 in the chat right now. Much love to everybody. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, like the stream. Now, we have a huge tragedy did happen with Philly Foothills. He is a content creator. If you guys haven't, description below, there is a GoFundMe page. His son actually passed away, which is really unfortunate. If you guys haven't, donate to his GoFundMe. I don't care if it's 50 cents, $1, $2, $5. Description below. Just donate something towards the burial costs and stuff like that. I'm trying to help out as much as I possibly can with this. They've already raised a good amount of money now, and more is not going to hurt. So much love to everybody that checks that out. If you guys haven't checked the pinned comment above or in the description below, if you join the Shake Squad Captain memberships, we're going to be doing reactions to all the college players coming out in this draft. We're going to do reactions and stuff like that and just hang out and do stuff like that. So if you guys haven't, check out the memberships. If you're a Shake Squad in the second tier for Captain, definitely subscribe to that. Join that membership, and we will be doing reactions within the next week or two on a lot of these players coming out in the draft. So definitely check that out if you guys haven't. So I'm going to be saying these a few times just because, it's important stuff. So Darius Lee said, I think Rager isn't ready at all. He gives me, I don't care. I just play vibes. We need guys that make plays. G Ward also does not have many film because of Rager. So Tampa isn't prepared for him. And that's what I'm kind of afraid of too. I think Rager, it's all mental. I mean, really, I think with Rager, it's all mental. Twitter, he doesn't shut his mouth. I mean, on social media, he doesn't shut up at all. He's always got some quote, something to say every single week. I'm just tired of it. I think the Eagles have given him every opportunity. Even special teams. You thought because you drafted him, he would at least have a special teams pedigree. And he doesn't even have that as of right now. So it's been tough to even watch him. There's no complimentary receiver. Quez Watkins needs a big game. Quez Watkins needs a big game Sunday. He can't be the guy that's going to disappear in a game. I know that some of it's not his fault. Definitely not. He's caught some really good balls this year. But Quez needs to step up in this game badly. To compliment Devontae Smith, he needs help, and Quez is the only player that can really do it, besides Greg Ward maybe. But Quez Watkins needs a big game Sunday. He really does. A big game. And look, I know we're going to run the ball a lot, but there's going to be times where we're going to have to pass the ball. There's going to be times where they're going to bring pressure to Jalen Hurts. But I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers having an over-aggressive defensive line is definitely going to help as well, because then you can start using your read options, start using Jalen Hurts' legs. That Tampa still has to defend not only the running game, but Jalen Hurts' feet as well. So should be interesting. John Jones, what's the weather supposed to be? It's supposed to be windy and rainy. That's what I'm hearing. Jim Neutron said, I never thought I would be so happy about an injury. Oh yeah. JJ Arcega-Whiteside is on IR right now. Yeah, I can't believe it either. I'm actually really happy about it. Screw him to even play in this game. I can't stand him. I cannot stand JJ Arcega-Whiteside. I'm tired of it. I mean, we have to end this whole thing with him. He has been nothing but nothing. 3 receptions for the year? And from 1 preseason touchdown, he made the team. I mean, I was like, I couldn't believe it that game. And that play pretty much got him here. Got him to make this roster, which I think that Howie's still trying to justify this pick to hopefully and begging to God, on his knees that this pick is going to pan out, but I don't think it's going to at all. It's definitely not. My head is definitely not. Dean Badger says Greg Ward and Boston Scott are too far underrated. Agreed. I agree. Enrique says G Ward is like a watered down Jason Avant, nothing flashy, but he does his job. How likely is that Rager could be traded, and what do you think we can get in return? I don't know who's going to want him. I mean, you could. I mean, if there's a team that needs receivers badly and they want to see if they could, if there's a team that believes that they could turn Rager around, I think you have to acquire a player, trade Rager, and at least give away a draft pick to maybe for somebody to take that. I don't think he's got much value, to be honest with you. I don't think he's got value. I think you have to put a draft pick with him to acquire a player from a team or something. I don't care if he goes to the Falcons. I don't care where they put him, but to trade Jalen Rager away, I think they have to at least put a draft pick in there at least and try to at least just put it out there. Put a draft pick with him, trade him, and try to get it done if that's the case. Yes, he said defensive Shaq Lawson, Eagles need to sign him. Bengals and Bills are rumored to sign him. I mean, I heard wasn't there news that he wasn't as really not productive and really hasn't been productive. I need to check more news on Shaq Lawson, but I would look for Hassan Reddick. Chandler Jones is another one. I mean, some people are saying Khalil Mack. I've never really liked Khalil Mack. I don't think he's really got anything anymore, but we need to be real careful. We need edge rushers. I mean, badly. We need edge rushers. Brandon Graham is not going to be promised to do anything this year. I mean, if he signs back on a veteran minimum deal, I just don't. We have to see if Brandon Graham is going to be able to even play off that Achilles injury to see if he could actually play the same way. I don't want to depend on one guy coming back. I think they have to go get an edge rusher. I think they have to get 2 edge rushers. I think they have to get one in the draft. Look, I already kind of made up my mind, and it's probably going to change over time. But even if we stay at 15 and 16, I'm really looking for Ojabo with the 15th pick and maybe getting Sauce Gardner with that 16th pick. I mean, I'm thinking about getting an edge rusher and a corner, and then obviously I would probably go get a safety or something like that. I don't think they're drafting a linebacker. Obviously, if they draft a linebacker in the first round, holy crap, I'll be like, yeah, why not? You know what I mean? Between Dean and some of these other guys, I love the classes. I think they're great. Linebacker wise, I think the Eagles could pick up a really good linebacker. I mean, look at what the Cowboys did with Parsons. I mean, they did a really good job with him. They turned him into an edge rusher. They turned him into a total stud. So, gotta take notes on that. You know what I mean? Not saying what we have is bad. Not saying that T.J. Edwards is horrible, because he's not. I think Davion Taylor gets hurt too much. I think he would be a good player if he doesn't get hurt too much. I think there's a lot more that goes into it than what we're getting. You know what I mean? So, and Alex Singleton's a good backup and a guy that if he could start a game in a good system, totally fine with it. And obviously we got no safeties. Rodney McLeod 1-year deal. And Anthony Harris is a 1-year deal. You have no safeties. You got Marcus Epps that plays I think Marcus Epps is good as a role player. I think as a role player, a good defense around him, I think he's totally fine. When you go down to obviously Kevon Wallace, I think he talks way much than his play. I'm not a big Kevon Wallace fan at all, and I don't know who else they have. Do they have Grayland Arnold? I don't know who else they have behind there. But I mean, other than that, I mean, there's not much at safety either. I mean, they have 11 draft picks, whatever it is. I mean, they have enough to make some noise and get some really good players here. You know what I mean? So we'll find out. We'll see. Habib back guys says definitely says definitely play Ward over regular. Yeah, I mean that's definite, bro. I mean that's definite. We got a super chat from Darius Slay. We would love to see G Ward RPO passing touchdown to Watkins. I would love it. I would absolutely love it. Quez Watkins, look, and I don't bust on Quez Watkins because a lot of people are like, he's a number 2 receiver. For me, like, I don't know if he's a number 2 guy. I think he could be a number 3. He could line up in the slot, maybe. Maybe he could do that. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I still think I'm done drafting receivers. Like, going into this draft, I wouldn't even draft one. I really wouldn't. If you want to get a receiver, there are plenty of free agents to get. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? At least we're going to do something more with the Giants did with Kenny Galladay, even though Kenny Galladay is not a number 1 receiver. Never thought he was ever a number 1 guy at all. But the Eagles have a lot to choose from. Mike Williams, Chris Godwin's coming off an ACL, obviously. Michael Gallup. Devontae Adams obviously is going to be a franchise tag. They already did. They could trade for Calvin Ridley. I mean, Mike Williams. There's so much they could do. I think you need to bring more competition to the wide receiver room. I really do, because then it kicks Rager out. Rager might be on the roster next year. He probably will be on the roster next year. Probably will be, but at this point, they got to push the competition a little bit. They can't keep these guys safe. Do not keep these guys safe. Do not do it. You know what I mean? So. See here. Let's see here. We got Habib says, I can't believe we couldn't find a better place for regular or JJ. No, that's unfortunate, man. Fresh G7 says, Joey, what's up? Who you got winning on Sunday? I got us winning. We're winning this game Sunday. We're going in there with a vengeance. We're going in there with this run game. We're going to run down the Bucs' throats. We're going to bully them around, and hopefully this defense can hold up. That's what I'm hoping. This defense holds up and does something. That's what I'm hoping. Muty Robinson, what's going on, man? I hope you're having a good night tonight. Steven Leary says, or both. Common Star says Ward is like Julian Edelman 2.0. He could be so much better somewhere else. I mean, he probably could. I don't know. I think we've gotten the most out of Greg Ward. I mean, maybe not this year because he hasn't got much playing time, obviously. Thank God JJ's not playing anymore. Thank God. We don't need him in these games anymore to make it obvious that we're running the ball or whatnot. But I think we've gotten a lot out of Greg Ward. Unfortunately, he's been cut off this team like 3-4 times. I mean, since the Super Bowl. I mean, he's been cut off this team a lot. No joke. I'm not even kidding. Been kind of crazy. Yo, Farrell, what's going on, man? Hope you're having a good day today. John Jones says, Habib blamed the Rager pick on Howie. That's why Eagles fans want Howie going by 22. Now, if you watch John Clark for NBC Philadelphia, you watch that interview, okay? If you watch that interview with Doug Peterson, I was like, and obviously they're watching Justin Jefferson have a good year. And so John Clark asked Doug and said, oh, so what made you think, drafting Jalen Rager over Justin Jefferson? And he said, and Doug said, quote unquote, you're asking me. So obviously that wasn't Doug's pick. It wasn't Doug's pick at all. It was Howie's pick. And that's unfortunate. Enrique says, Sanders starting to be known as injury prone. Would you consider drafting a running back in the first round? No, first round, definitely not. No. This team doesn't need to draft a running back in the first round because this team just needs to plug in running backs that have good skill sets. That's really it. They don't need no dynamic generational talent at running back. They don't. Because really in the NFL today, you don't use just one running back. You're using a 1-2 punch, you're using a triple-headed monster. You're doing it differently. I mean, the Eagles don't need to pay. I'm like, look, I'm not big on paying running backs. That's just me because I think they're overvalued just because, really you have to have a good offensive line. I mean, Dallas did it for years where they plugged in any, a Darren McFadden, DeMarco Murray. I mean, you plug in all these guys and they're still successful with a good offensive line. Just like in 2019, they were running down everybody's throats. I mean, with Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders, I mean, they were just running down. They used that brick wall in front of them with that offensive line, which I think this offensive line, I got to put my take my hat off for Howie Roseman because the trenches have never been better. I mean, Landon Dickerson was a pick I didn't expect to at least blossom or do anything. Yeah, I really didn't. Like, I saw the Dickerson pick. Oh, he's supposed to be a late first-round pick. Okay, I didn't think much of it. I said high ceiling type analytical pick that there's really no promise over an ACL injury. And, look what happens. And now he's playing. They just turned a 7th-round rugby star into a prominent promising left tackle that's going to be, he'll be in the Pro Bowl by next year. I mean, he'll be in the Pro Bowl every year starting next year. No joke. Jeff Stoughton's done a fantastic job with the offensive line, but running back wise, not a big fan of it, obviously. But we'll see what happens. They drafted Kenneth Gainwell in the 5th round, which I thought he was a 5th round steal, but I don't think Kenneth Gainwell I think he's good, but I don't think he's someone that's going to be the starting running back for the Philadelphia Eagles. I think he's a nice complementary back, dual threat back. You can line him up anywhere you want to line him up. Totally fine with it. I got no problem with it at all. Dragonfire says, guys, trust me, J.J. will push through the injury and have 14 receptions, 157 yards. Tim 1 says, the thing is, we could Sean Shaq Lawson right now since he's a free agent. He could probably play Sunday. I don't know, though. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. If you guys seen the Rams actually signed Eric Waddle out of retirement because they have a lot of injuries at safety. So Eric Waddle just came out of retirement and just signed with the Rams. I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy. Commissar says Howie has been missing picks since 2012. Also, no GM survives these many head coaches. No, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. And I'm not saying that most picks have been really bad from Howie Roseman. Joe Banner drafted 14 Pro Bowlers in 18 years. I mean, it's a huge difference. It's a huge difference. Rich says Shaq lost to be signed playing the playoffs because he was released before Week 18 by the Jets. That makes sense. Lee Back says, overall, Howie has done more good than bad. Those high draft picks obviously stand out. Yeah, they do, but now he has to actually make those draft picks. I mean, I'm not worried about the cap space. I'm not worried about the trades. I'm not worried about it. I mean, this team is going to be between $30 to $50 million in cap space. You have 11 draft picks. He acquired 3 first-round picks. He got rid of Carson Wentz's contract, and he used that 3rd-round pick in that Carson Wentz trade to trade up to get Devontae Smith. I mean, and he moved back from 6 to 12. He moved back from 6 to 12 in this past draft and acquired Miami's first rounder. I mean, He's done really good with trades. I mean, he's done fantastic with trades. I can't even complain about it. Farrell says Kyle Hamilton, Devin Lloyd, definitely. I mean, you take a safety, take a linebacker. I'm totally fine with that. Kyle Hamilton, I love him. I mean, he's a big. I mean, he reminds me of a Cam Chancellor in a lot of ways. Very physical, covers ground very well. You know what I mean? A big guy. So we'll find out. We'll see. Jim Newrat says I would completely be fine with that 15 pound 16 cornerback in the draft. I forgot who we talking about. I'm awake. Our uses move up with 15 and move back with 19. I think they have to. I think the Eagles pick will be moved back. I think we'll trade. We're not picking 3 guys in the first round. It's not happening. That Eagles pick will be between 19 to 32. I don't know where it's going to be yet, but that pick will be between 19 to 32. And obviously, you trade back. You can acquire another first-round pick for 2023, which obviously give more security for the Eagles. So the Eagles will have 2 first-rounders in 23. And obviously, you know, who knows what's going to happen on top of all those draft picks for another year. You always want to secure your future and obviously keep a really healthy, stable cap situation. And I think that's really important, too. Commissar says, I think McLeod could resign. He's solid. Definitely. John Jones says we need a cornerback and safety. We need cornerback, safety, edge rusher. We need an edge rusher. As much as everyone is talking about safety, as everyone's talking about linebacker, they need an edge rusher. Derek Barnett is gone. Josh Sweat is more of a rotational guy and obviously kind of fell off a little bit this year. Then, you know, was getting some pressures the past few games, but it's just not enough. You know, Brandon Graham will probably re-sign back, but there's no promise that he's going to play well coming off that Achilles injury. There's nothing promising about it. It's really just a big crapshoot right now. So we'll find out. Moses Sam says, what about Jay Williams from Alabama pair with D. Smith Trouble? Oh, no, I mean, I love him. I mean, I would definitely I like his play. I just don't think they'll draft a receiver that early. I just don't. I think we're done drafting receivers. I think they literally have to go out. Oh, yeah, Allen Robinson. They have to go out and get a promising, already proven wide receiver. You know what I mean? I think they just have to go out and pay one. I think they should do that. They get an edge rusher and they get a wide receiver. And then obviously whatever depth signings they want to make, they can make those depth signings and just see what happens after that. Reaver Talent says, yo, Joey, what's going on, man? Common Star says Harris is solid too. It's better to have solid safeties than to have bad safeties. Oh, definitely. I mean, we're empty at safety. I mean, Anthony Harris, he hasn't really – I mean, I think he's been most of a bust. I mean, he's made some plays at the end of the year this year, but nothing crazy. So Anthony Harris is probably gone. Ronnie McLeod, like they might bring him back for one more year as a veteran presence, but that's probably it. And you're still kind of empty in that spot. You need – you know, Steven Nelson is probably going to walk. Darius Slade just talked about the other day on an article I just read that Steven Nelson is probably going to walk away with the bag after this year. Now, has Steven Nelson been shut down? No, definitely not. Has he been above average? I wouldn't say above average. He's just been just right in the middle. So, I mean, I don't think Steven Nelson's been amazing, but I think he's done enough to at least, you know, we've had no pass rush this year, so I can't put too much on this secondary. I really can't. Darius Slay's had probably the best year of his career. And, you know, Avonte Maddox got a contract, which we weren't really expecting at the time. So it's interesting. It's really interesting. Hold on. Let me put this stream on my phone real quick so I don't really miss anything here. This way we're good. Because I can't see everything on there. Okay, we're good now. We're good. Okay. Let's see here. Habib says, don't draft another receiver. I don't want another receiver. I'm kind of done with that. Easy Money said, we need a quarterback. We're not winning a Super Bowl. Hurts, he can't pass consistently through. He's improved slightly. Hurts has only one win against winning teams. QB is most important position. At this point right now, like Hurts has done as much as he's possibly could. I mean, really at the end of the day, you're not drafting a quarterback next year. You're not drafting a quarterback. You're not signing a veteran quarterback. It's not going to happen. Don't talk about Russell Wilson. You know, it makes no sense. You know, it makes no sense at all. Getting a Deshaun Watson, you know, obviously there's been rumors about that, but it's kind of died down a little bit. Obviously, with these 3 first-round picks, they're going to talk about quarterbacks all the time, about the Eagles drafting a quarterback, Eagles acquiring a veteran quarterback. There's going to be constant talks. because the Eagles have cap space, and the Eagles have these picks, these 3 first-rounders. So it's going to be talked about all the time. I mean, literally, it's going to be talked about all the time. Commissar said the thing in Watkins' film is really good. If we had better QB play, he would be considered a number 2 receiver. I believe early in the year, if we had better quarterback play, maybe, definitely. And obviously, Quez is getting better every single week. Like Quez, from last year to this year, total difference. Really showed up in the preseason and really, made some really tough catches that Jalen Hurts threw some bad throws to him and really caught some tough catches for him. I think he could do a lot more. I really think that Quez Watkins could do a lot more, but we'll just have to see. As a number 2 receiver, I have no idea, but we'll figure it out. John Jones says, yes, go get Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley is going to be an interesting one, and we're not be giving up any good draft picks for him because he's only played 5 games. He's got 2 touchdowns. He has some over like 280 yards, something like that. It's not much. So Ridley can really be a number 2, a nice, compliment to Devontae Smith. I don't know. I mean, I like Calvin Ridley a lot, but there's a whole other thing with his mental health and all this other stuff going on with him. So that has to be checked out. Professor Chaos is Allen Robinson. That's another one that I really do like. Like, Allen Robinson's a big receiver that could outrun defenses. He's a little twitchy, but he's got that, he can catch those big, he's got a big radius to catch those balls. And the contested catches are great with him. And his route running is very, very good. So Allen Robinson, I love him too. I wouldn't mind getting him. And, Mike Williams, definitely. Allen Robinson, definitely. Training for Calvin Ridley. If they give up something not much more than a second-round pick, I'm totally fine with it. I think the Falcons tried to make Calvin Ridley the number 1 receiver with the Falcons. That's just me, but been kind of crazy. Dragonfire says Mo Sampson, Jay Williams just tore his ACL. I don't know how I feel about getting him, but they still have potentially as a top 10. If anyone has injuries going to this draft, I don't want them. I really don't. If it's like pretty bad, I'm not saying if it's like a little like a neck injury or something like very little, but Fresh Ian says, Joey, I have us taking Jay Williams number 15. I don't know if they're going to do that. I just don't think they go after a guy like that. Comments are knowing Howie Rager will be on this roster. I don't know. I mean, they given J.J. Arcega-Whiteside a lot of chances right now, but hopefully they don't give him any more chances. So I'm hoping. Eden Money said we have great receivers already. Smitty and Goddard are open 24/7 nearly every game and are underused. I agree with that 100%. I don't think they still use Devontae Smith the right way. I still look what happened in that Cowboys game, the one that really didn't matter because we had practice squad players in there, and we kept Devontae Smith in there to break Deshaun Jackson's rookie record and yardage, okay? Now, the interesting thing about that is when they force-fed Devontae Smith the ball, we were getting upfield so easily, and they don't do that. I don't get why they don't do that in games. I'm not saying force-feed him every single game, but you saw how they were forcing the ball to him when Minshew was forcing the ball to him, and they had plays set up for him. Obviously, that's what I want to see from Devontae Smith. That's how I want them to use Devontae Smith, but they don't. It was already enough earlier in the year, like beginning of the season, where they were just using him for screen passes, and obviously a total different identity with this team earlier in the season. But, it's been kind of crazy. The Hero Squad said we need a better defensive line coach. Yeah, I think Tracy Rocker should get fired. I think if Jonathan Gannon gets fired, Tracy Rocker's got to go too. I mean, I don't think that he's a good defensive line. I mean, I don't know what he's doing with this defensive line every single week, but whatever's going on is not working. So, Smitty caught 61 with a running back QB. Said Rager stats are disgusting. Yeah, they're pretty bad. I mean, he's already had, 3-4 negative games already? He's had negative yardage in 3-4 games this year already. I mean, I haven't really seen a big step up from him. He's missed, even in that, he's missed, even that Giants game, even a couple games. He missed 2 really good passes from Jalen Hurts in those games. See, when you count him the most, you can't get anything out of him. When you count on Quez Watkins to do certain things in games, he's made some really good catches. Rager hasn't done that at all. He hasn't done any of that. Mesmer Golden Eagle, what's going on, man? It says, what up, Joey Shakes? I don't trust Miles Sanders playing with that broken hand. Benching my nose sounds like a bad idea, but we have dogs running that ball. Yeah, no, and I don't want him to fumble the ball either, and that's another problem. Now we have to work Miles Sanders to 100%, and now I don't want him to just get into a game, and plus it's raining, and it's going to be slippery out there, so it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Easy Money says Watkins is a beast, has deep threat. Our QB doesn't throw deep. Our targets are open. Yeah, I believe we don't throw. Well, we're a running team this year, man. Like we don't throw deep that much. I'm not saying they don't have to do it, but this is why we have to give time for Jalen Hurts, because he's not going to develop as fast as other quarterbacks. Okay, now I know we have a window here where he has to get this right. Next year, obviously, is Jalen Hurts is like probably his last year here if he doesn't pan out. If he doesn't play well, for seeing the same mistakes, now you have to build off of the end of this year. If he goes back to square one where he's inaccurate, he can't throw a 5-yard screen, then you have a problem. Then if we're starting to see the same process, you don't need to look at statistics for that. You don't. Because people were talking about Jalen Hurts' statistics, how good they were throughout the year. But, he was playing well at the end of the fourth quarter because teams were playing prevent and everything underneath was open. You know what I mean? So kind of crazy. We got 100. Now we have 202 in the chat. Much appreciate everybody being in here today. If you guys haven't subscribe to the channel. We cover the Eagles every single day. If you guys haven't liked the stream, please like the stream. It does help out the channel out a lot. Two things real quick. Down in the description below, there is a GoFundMe for Philly Foothills. He is a content creator on YouTube. He had, a tragedy happened in his family. His son at 26 passed away. I'm not going to go into how it happened, but it was really bad. So they're trying to get some funeral costs. If you guys could donate $1, $2, 5 cents, I don't even care. You just put something in there, help the family out. Description below, you'll see the GoFundMe link in the description. And if you guys haven't got a membership for the Shake Squad Army, get a membership. Pin comment up top on the chat. We are going to be doing reacting to obviously draft for all the draft picks this year. We're going to be doing reactions for all the college players and stuff like that. So if you guys aren't, and this is only for the second tier Shake Squad captain members, if you're a Shake Squad captain in the members up top, definitely check that out. And if you want some extra content, it's there for you guys to subscribe to. So definitely check it out. Much love to everybody. Much love to everybody. Make sure you support Philly Foothills. His link for the GoFundMe is down below. So definitely, they've raised some money already. A lot of generous people. Eagles fans have gotten together. Even some other fan bases have gotten together and put some money together. So much love to everybody that's been helping out with all that. So. See, John Doe says Tom Brady is the real QB. I don't know what Jalen Hurts is, an imposter. The way QB position is evolving is discussing the action. Tom Brady will show Philadelphia the mistake they can continuously make each new era. I mean, look, I think even last game 3 months ago, they could have beat Tampa. I mean, we came back from 28-6, whatever it was. We came back in that game, but we just, we had penalties. The Jannard Avery. Remember, Jannard Avery had the taunting penalty. It was a mess. That game was a total disaster. A lot of games were a total disaster. The home opener was everything was a total disaster. They have to be fundamentally sound. No penalties in this game. I think that's the one thing. No penalties, because this team really has been bad on penalties lately. They just got to do better with that. And, we're stuck what we're stuck with right now. There's no quarterbacks in this draft, okay? There's no veteran quarterbacks out there. If Jalen Hurts can consistently be better as a passer and get better at the passing game, if we see an improvement, that to build on from the end of this year going into next year, I have a good feeling about this quarterback. But as of right now, do I think he's a franchise quarterback? No. Do I think he's earned a starting spot next year? Yes, definitely. In that regard, I definitely do. Comment starts running back's not important anymore because you find running backs everywhere. James Robinson's top 10 running back. He was undrafted. Unless you have a special running back like Henry, you shouldn't spend much money. I'm not big on signing running backs. Like I said, I'm not big on signing running backs. I'm not big on it. All right, I'm going down the list. I got to catch up with this chat here. I apologize to everybody. Appreciate everybody being here, by the way. Big D says Jalen essentially the blue collar feel analysis of Carson quits. Gio Ellis says, by the way, Carson going to be watching Hurts play this weekend. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? Kind of crazy. I know. It's kind of hilarious. I know. Professor Cass, hopefully we can still get a pick for Minshew. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. Oops, my mic went off. Gardner Minshew is definitely going to have some interest. I don't doubt it. I think he will have interest. I think the Eagles can get a solid draft pick. I'd say from a third to a first. I mean, not a first, but I say between probably I would say they can get a third round pick for him. I think they can get between a second and a third. I would say a second to a fourth, but I say second to a third. I try to get a third round pick from somebody if that's the case. I think he will. I think the Eagles will have a new backup quarterback. I think he's way too valuable at backup. I think, guys, like teams like the Steelers that need a quarterback badly. I mean, that's another team that's going to need a quarterback. So who knows? I mean, there was rumors that the Panthers had a lot of interest before they got Cam Newton and Matt Barkley and some of the other guys. Like, there was interest from the Panthers. Apparently, they were going to give up a second, third round pick for Gardner Minshew, and the Eagles didn't pull the trigger. Howie Roseman did not pull the trigger on it. Surprisingly, I don't know how it happened, but they didn't pull the trigger on it at all. Big T said Carson has 5 extremely winnable games a year that he chokes. John Jones said, I was concerned that before Wentz left, he was crying of Howie about getting his playmakers on the team. Well, here's the problem. I think the Eagles have done a lot better building around Jalen Hurts. I don't think they built really well around Carson Wentz. That I definitely agree with. Okay. I agree with Carson Wentz on some things, and there's a lot of things I don't agree with him on, especially how his exit was. You get paid franchise money to not be bothered by outside noise. And, obviously I think my speculation of Carson Wentz the last year he was here is that the Eagles tried to turn him into a different quarterback, more of a pocket quarterback, because really his strength is going outside the pocket and throwing the football. And that's always been Carson's strong suit. But I think they made him gain weight. He looked slower. He looked sluggish. I mean, he just didn't look good. You know what I mean? So, but the past few, really Jonathan Taylor, was been pretty much the focal point of that Colts offense. And even the past few games, Carson Wentz's pass numbers were just really bad. Couldn't throw the ball, wasn't throwing the ball enough. Fans were getting pissed off at it. So it's been kind of crazy. Let's see here. Okay. Sorry, I had to do something real quick. Comment star say, "Oh boy, the chat's going into a Hurts war between Eagles." Nah, you guys got to stop with that, bro. Like, you guys got to stop with the whole Hurts and stuff. Like I don't care who's at. Look, at the end of the day, I don't care who's at quarterback. I want to win. I don't care. The logo, it's all I care about. The logo is all I care about. I don't give a crap about anything else. I don't care who the quarterback is. Okay, I want the quarterback to succeed, and that's fine. Like, at the end of the day, I just want the Eagles to do great. And that's it. We're trying to get to another championship. I think there's a big chance by next year, the year after, between the next 2 years, I think they could do it. If they draft it well and the coaching is great and they add some good pieces, I think they could turn around. I think they can. And not just have a 1-year wonder season. I think they can have multiple years and doing really well. So just got to give them more time. Roberto Torres says Jalen's going to have to throw the ball accurately, and our defense must hit Brady 4 times. He won't have. I don't think Jalen Hurts. Look, if the weather's already going to be bad in this game already, I don't think he has to throw that well. I really don't think he's going to throw that much. I really don't. He will throw, but I don't think it's going to be that much. Is he going to throw deep down the field, 70 yards? I doubt it. Maybe once, maybe twice in this game if they feel like they have a matchup. They should do better against this Tampa Bay secondary. Their corners are not good. Their secondary is not good. They're one of the worst teams against the pass, okay? And they were down 3 corners the last time we faced them, and we still couldn't pass on them. We still couldn't do it. But obviously, like I said, we had no identity at that point. No identity at all. Cortago says Joey Minshew could have made it to 54 game with Justice Smith and the Wild Cowboys game. I don't know what he was going to do, but On Wicker U says we can have 2 first-round draft picks for a few years if Howie plays his hand right. 2 first-round draft picks for a few. Oh, yeah, definitely. He could hit on 2 picks easily in this draft. Easily. But we're going to see. It's a top 20 pick. You know what I mean? So 2 top 20 picks. One of our picks our own pick is going to be out of the top 20, obviously. So that dude says Trevor Lawrence, Baker Mayfield, Russell Wilson all throw deep equals no playoffs. Neil also says Rodgers isn't coming to the. No, definitely not. No, that's ridiculous. That dude says Wentz, Cousins. I don't know. Cousins is going to be a free agent too. That's going to be interesting if the Vikings are going to keep him. I'm not sure what it's going to go. They fired Mike Zimmer. They fired the GM. So Professor Cass says Wentz missed the playoffs on a much better team. Shaking my head. Oh, but yeah, and then Wentz was only 8 plays in. They only passed I think he only passed the ball like one time in the 8 plays he was in, and he had that concussion from Clowney, unfortunately. So, Brian Flores says if Hurts didn't have legs, he would be a backup all day. Well, I mean that's the strength of his game is his legs. I mean that's the strength. Yeah, you take his legs away and he's more of a pocket guy, then it's probably going to take him a lot longer to develop. But you get that, that quarterback that can use his legs. Like I said, that's the strong suit of Jalen Hurts. The read option, RPOs. I mean, it's going to work if you have an over aggressive defense like this Tampa Bay defensive line. He will take advantage of that. I'm telling you right now, they're going to fall for it every single time. The screen game is probably going to work Sunday. Read option, RPO is going to work really well, and just running the ball down their throats is going to work well in general. So, Mark Weston says a lot of Hurts hate here. They must be mad Wentz lovers. Commissar Garment, she was better than half the QBs in this league, so he could get a lot of interest. No, I mean, as half the QBs, I guess, yeah. I think if he was a pure starter for the whole year for a certain team, I think he would play pretty well. I think he would play pretty good. There's not a lot of teams that have a good quarterback like Gardner Minshew. You know what I mean? There's really not many out there that could do a lot like he can. Metro Goalie, so I say low-key Wentz will be room for the Eagles on his couch with the Eagles. Wentz number 11. Yeah, I highly doubt it, but we'll see. Commissar said I still say QB competition, but it seems they won't do it. I feel like it will just make Hurts better and it won't do harm. John Doe said the excuse will be Hurts is growing. Tom Brady is the GOAT. What can you do going against Super Bowl champ to start as the first task? And for Sirianni, he is an experienced first-year head coach. Well, that's the issue. Well, dude, like – he's a rookie head coach. Like he's got to get the experience. I think it's only because we're facing Tom Brady that everyone, I mean, I feel like people are afraid to face them. And I don't know why. Yeah, it's Tom Brady. Whoop-de-doo. We've done it once. We could do it again. Obviously, that was a Super Bowl year. Obviously, it was a better roster. But this team has been ascending with a same formula that has been working. Okay, I think this team could do some damage against Tampa as long as they don't shoot themselves in the foot, make mistakes, do stupid crap, not being fundamentally sound, penalties. When it comes down to it, I think they could get it done. Jonathan Gannon has to be more aggressive. He has to be more aggressive in the start of these games because we cannot wait until the half. That's going to be the big problem that we have. Kurtaga says truth. Run for a little of his legs hurts would never be a starter in his skills. Maybe he improves miraculously. A few deep passes per game would do it. Cognac says people forget Wentz to back up to playoffs. Well, yeah, pretty much to Nick Foles those past 2 years. Philly Eagles fan says Wentz will be lucky if he gets a job as a backup. Let me tell you something. The only reason why Wentz got that starting job is because without Frank Reich, he'd probably be absolutely nothing in the league. He would be a backup quarterback. If it wasn't for Frank Reich, he'd be a backup quarterback. He wouldn't be starting for another team right now. He probably wouldn't. I highly doubt it. Easy Money says you have to pass, beat good teams. Hurts is a run first QB, one win against winning teams. You have to pass. You can't consistently. We're going to find out. We're going to find out Sunday. We're going to find out. I mean, we're going to find out. That's it. I mean, look, at the end of the day, okay, if Hurts plays bad, he plays bad. If he plays good, he plays good. I don't think they trade for a quarterback next year, regardless. I don't think they trade for a quarterback. Next year is not the draft for quarterbacks. The year after, definitely. They still have to build this team around Jalen Hurts regardless. Build your team. Stay consistent. Just get this team ready. So when they get to that point where they say, okay, we need a quarterback, and that's all they need, or maybe another piece more or something where it's not that much, they go get their quarterback, and the team will be set. And that's it. You pay a franchise quarterback, and then, then you got to start making a run. Then you got to start then you got to compete, you know what I mean, and be a contender and try to get there. But as of right now, you know what I mean, being one team over 500, whatever it is, you know what I mean, it's Jalen Hurts is just taking more time because I don't think Nick Sirianni was good beginning of this year. I don't think he coached well. Jonathan Gannon really hasn't been coaching that well defensively all year. He's had his moments this year where they look good, but look good against bad teams. And offensively, Nick Sirianni sees his quarterback struggling early this year. How many times do you see Jalen Hurts struggling this year, and Sirianni just not helping his case, not helping your quarterback, and obviously not running the football was a huge thing too. So Jalen Hurts might not be the pure pocket passer everybody wants him to be, which I don't think he'll be that somewhat, because he's got a skill set that he can't stray away from. He's got his legs, and that's definitely great. But when it comes to him extending plays, getting guys open, he's made some good plays. You know what I mean? Like, he's made some good plays, whether he's faced good talent or not. I understand that. I still think I want to see him throw some tight windows, which he has been good with that. And then there's times where he's been really bad with that. There's been a ton of plays that I really haven't been fond with Jalen Hurts. And trust me, it's happened a million times. Just going Flares says Carson has a Super Bowl winning team around him. Supreme said Minshew had a middle school arm. We stick with Hurts. He big, strong, and he's developing. Yeah, I mean, I think he's developing. I mean, is he developing fast? We're going to find out next year if he's developed more than we thought he was going to. I mean, we'll find out. We'll see. But he's developing. I mean, he's developing. I mean, that's it. That's all I can say about it. The Hero Squad said, I think Eagles' true opponent is Colts. Yeah, the Eagles have the Colts next year in Indianapolis. LT says Eagles tried to build around when certain picks simply busted. No, I just don't think the picks were good. I don't think they tried anything because they couldn't draft since the Super Bowl, and unfortunately, when your draft picks aren't panning out and you keep restructuring players, you had to restructure from $70 million this past year. You can't do that. You free up money now and you get big cap hits later. It doesn't work out that way. There's nothing wrong with restructures. There's nothing wrong with restructures. Like, you make restructures to make more room to sign more players. That's why you do these restructures. You don't restructure from $70 million because you have to get under the cap to pay your draft picks. I mean, the first day of free agency this past year, we had $3 million under the cap. Like, that was it. We all knew that free agency was supposed to be some big free agent thing going on. The draft this past year was supposed to be our draft. That was going to be the importance of it. So, Brand Ward says we have three third rounders already. We're going to be loaded on picks. Yeah, we're going to be fine. We're going to be loaded. It's just where Howie Rose is going to use these picks and how they're going to use them, I have no idea. John Doe, coach, and he'll learn from his playoff game. They might go back one more time, and we as Eagles fans will get burnt out of coming up short with those two. I mean, yeah, I agree. John Jones, the pressure is on the front office, Lurie and Roseman. Yeah, I mean, as of right now, like, this team, as much as everybody wants to believe it, like, this team, depending on, we had help getting into the playoffs. That's definite. But at the same time, this team has gotten together. They built a culture here ever since that Raiders game. Really, ever since really the second half of that Chargers game, this offense kind of turned around a little bit, and it was happening. Other than that Giants game that was really bad, the first Giants game that we should have won, that we weren't even prepared for. I don't know what happened that week, but this team has looked promising. This team has looked consistent. The run game has been fantastic. Obviously, the franchise rushing record for the whole entire team. It's just, I mean, what was it, 2,700? I forgot what it is. It's been amazing. It's been amazing. Shannon Brown said Howie was 3 steps ahead of everyone with trading Wentz. Wentz's career is a downward spiral after the loss to the Jags. I mean, I agree. There's already rumors. Ian Rappaport put out, or he already was on the NFL Network the other day, a day or two ago, and he was talking about, if it was a month ago, Carson Wentz would be the guy. As of right now, it looks like, the Colts could actually draft QB in the second round. They're thinking about drafting QB. I mean, he was talking about all that, and I was like, Jesus Christ. Imagine if they draft the QB in the second round, and then it's like all over. Like, Carson Wentz has the worst luck possible. I swear to God. Worst luck possible. But that Jags game, like, the only consistent player on that team that day was Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman was the most consistent player in that game against the Jags. Jonathan Taylor didn't do much of anything. I mean, they have a lot of Pro Bowlers. I mean, they got a lot of Pro Bowlers on that team. That whole team, I don't know what happened. They haven't beat the Jacksonville in Jacksonville since, 2015? Like, it's been that long. It's been a long time. That dude says Wentz had the same playmaker Nick Foles had. Philly Eagles fans said Colts going to cut Wentz, take that $50 million cap. Yeah, but they save like $13 million in cap space. I don't think that's the cap hit. I think they save about $13 million. They could get rid of Carson. They could release Carson Wentz. They don't need to keep him this year. John Doe says Sirianni and Hurts are a waste of time. Chris Chaos says, you mean Nick the Goat Foles. Big Dick Nick. Or talk about pause. Common Star says Eagles fans continue to argue with each other until they feel confident the QB position is what it is for me. I'm still neutral and I just want to win, dude. Yeah, I agree with you. I just want to win. At the end of the day, I just want to win. But yeah, I want to see a promising quarterback sooner or later, but it's a developing period right now. This isn't, we're not trying to make a run right now, but I mean, Eagles are in the playoffs. Like, they got a chance to at least make some noise right now in the playoffs. And that's a great thing. It's a great thing. Oh my God. This chat. YouTube, you're horrible. No, StreamYard's horrible. It's not YouTube. We have 216 people in the chat. Much love to everybody that joined the stream. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. We cover the Eagles every single day. We live stream games every single week. We do the Philly Shakedown every weekend. Like the stream if you haven't. It does help out the channel a lot. Two things I've been announcing it all the stream. If you guys haven't, Philly Foothills is an Eagles content creator. His family went through a big travesty, and I have his GoFundMe page in the description of this video. Go down below and click on it. His 26-year-old son did pass away, and they're trying to get some funeral costs. They've raised a little bit of money so far, but guys, if you can go in there, donate $1, donate 50 cents, donate $5, whatever you could do. I do not care. I just want to help this guy out. When a brother goes down in the Eagles community, we got to help him back up, and that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? So definitely check that out when you guys have a chance. And secondly, description below, check out the memberships. Now, if you subscribe to the second tier of the Shake Squad Captain membership for the channel, it's in the pinned comment above. We're going to be doing reactions to all the draft picks of all the college players that are coming out. And we're just going to do reactions to. If you want to watch those reactions, that's going to be some extra content in the membership. So definitely subscribe to that if you guys haven't as well. Much love to everybody that's joining in on the stream tonight. The schedule for this weekend, pretty much. Tomorrow, we're just going to do videos. Friday, we're going to be doing a stream. Saturday, we're doing a stream. Sunday, we're doing like 2 streams. So we're going to have a busy week. It's going to be a real busy week. So definitely check it out. Jim Newton says, I completely agree with those, Joey. I want to win. I don't care who the QB. That's it, man. That's it. Just want to see this team be successful. Whatever the Eagles have to do to get the right quarterback here, whether it's Jalen Hurts, I almost said Nick Foles, Jesus Christ. Whatever it's Jalen Hurts or whoever it is, it don't matter to me, man. Don't matter to me. Trout 202 said, people don't realize he's only 23 years old. Hey, he's been a winner all of his life. We have to let him develop. Look at the players we released past few years. Some are looking really good. Yeah, and that's been a problem. I think when it comes down to it, too, I think a problem we've had with this team is production with the players, and it's really coaching. I think it's gotten better this year. I think we've gotten a lot at. I mean, I didn't expect this much production from the linebackers, from TJ Edwards. And look at what happened to TJ Edwards. Alex Singleton has had up and down games this year, played pretty well. They've gotten some, Kenneth Gainwell, 5th-round pick. He's got 5 touchdowns for the year. He's done a really good job. I mean, I think the production of what they've been getting out of their players, is a really good thing. Like, that's what I can't stand. I hate releasing players. They go to another team. They're playing really well. It is what it is. You know what I mean? There's some players out there that took it a lot longer, like, Rasul Douglas, right? Rasul Douglas, he left here. He went to Carolina, played well for a little short stint, went to the Raiders, then went to Green Bay, and he's balling out. I mean, he went to 3-4 teams until he started to really play well. You know what I mean? It's not the Eagles' fault, but Eagles aren't going to wait 4 years for a cornerback to develop. I mean, you don't see anything in the first 2 years. You're kind of already full of your hands right there. So Farrell says, I've seen so much improvement with Hurts. Only thing I really don't like is that deep ball. Yeah, the deep balls, it's to a point where sometimes that deep ball, sometimes the receivers have to find the ball more than the ball finding the receivers. I've kind of noticed that a little bit, so definitely. Big D says, in 2014, he was a turnover machine, yet still found ways to win games. We have Mullen Lave 21 said, I see rain in the forecast for Sunday. Yeah, it's supposed to be rainy and windy for that Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Philadelphia Eagles game this Sunday, the wild card playoff game. So, Xavier also says Fletcher Cox can go defensive end, and we can get pressure that way. Work against the Giants. Do you remember? I mean, yeah, they've done that this year though. They put Fletcher Cox at defensive end. They tried to move guys around because they're not getting enough pressure. They've done it a lot of times this year. I just don't think it's enough. You know what I mean? I think there's a lot more that they could do with this defensive line. I don't think it's enough. Teron Jackson's a rookie right now. He's had some tackles here and there. Milton Williams, I was really, even against the Cowboys starters, when they had Milton, when they were resting all the starters, Milton Williams at defensive tackle, I thought he played really good. I mean, it's nice to see something like when you have a game like that where it doesn't count and you can put in all your backups and you just see what guys are going to raise the level and see what guys are going to keep your eye on. I think Milton Williams has got I think there's something there with Milton Williams. He showed some flashes, but man, he put on some pressure. I think he would have had a couple sacks. I thought he got held a couple times in that game too. So I think there's some really good things to look at with Milton Williams and some of the other guys. So Big D said Baker Mayfield is a bum. Baker Mayfield shouldn't be with the Browns after this year. I think they should get rid of him. Shannon Brown said we need to feed Jordan Howard way more than he was been getting. He's a bruiser that will tire their defense. Definitely, I agree. Jacob Davis says Coach Zimmer for DC for Eagles. Thoughts? Zimmer would be my second choice. Vic Fangio would be my number one guy right now. Only because even with the Bears, he turned that defense. I mean, for the 4 years he was there, he really turned that defense around. He was like what? He turned that in 2018. He turned that team into the third best defense. There was like 27 turnovers. I mean, I forgot the rest of the stats. I had them written down. I did the video, but it was really good. Vic Fangio should go back to his roots. I think he's just a coach that just can't be a head coach. I think he's got to go back to his roots. Zimmer, I'm like on and off about him. But I think Vic Fangio is like the number one guy I would bring here. No joke. I would do it. There's no, definitely. LT says, Shakes, should we trade Fletcher Cox this offseason? As of right now, Howie Roseman restructured Fletcher Cox. They freed up $11 million. Now, that dead cap hit went up a lot. Now, I don't know what the dead cap hit is going to be for Fletch next year. So I don't know if they can get rid of him next year with a trade or a release. But if he has to stay, then let him stay. I mean, his cap number is huge next year. It's like 18. I mean, it's pretty big. I think it's more. I don't even know. I gotta check it out again. It's between 18 to 23 million. I mean, it's a lot. You know what I mean? And I know he's getting paid a lot, and obviously the past couple seasons haven't been good for Fletcher Cox, but obviously not having Brandon Graham next to him has affected him a lot because you don't have that extra. That's why we need an edge rusher so badly. So, we'll see what happens, but I think Fletch stays here for one more year. I'd say one more year, and then they could try to make a move with him, depending on what he does next year. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I still think he could be productive, but we need edge rushers like that. We need some dominant crushing edge rushers like badly, and we don't have that number one guy. We don't. We really don't. Let's see. John says, I want Vic Fangio for DC. I agree. That's Russell Wilson won a Super Bowl as a mobile QB. Yeah, but, even Russell Wilson as a passing quarterback didn't play well beginning of his career either. I don't think Russell Wilson was great when he began his NFL career either. You know what I mean? But it's a developmental stage. And the Eagles fans have no patience. That's just the truth to it all. Eagles fans have no patience at all. And I understand we want to win a championship now, but with a quarterback, these things just take, a lot of time, and it's just unfortunate. Comment starts, I'd rather have Vic Fangio or Stephen Belichick for DC next offseason. Stephen Belichick's going to be, that's an interesting one. I haven't heard his name, but I haven't heard his name floating around at all, but we'll see. Fly Park Zimmer wouldn't come here looking for another head. No, definitely not. No, DC. Zimmer would be at DC. Zeratel said we can move Fletcher Cox around like a defensive end and get pressure that works against the Giants. I mean, you could do that. I mean, Gannon has to do as much. He's got to be so precise in this game. He's got to be almost perfect in this game. Like, he cannot make mistakes in this game. Big, stupid mistakes. Like, big, flawless mistakes. He's got to move guys around. He's got to create some stunts with his linebackers and his defensive line. He's got to move. He's got to do it. He has to. And Brady is going to do as much as he possibly can to keep the defensive line on the field so they get tired. And they're going to run with Fournette, and they have to go downhill on Fournette. If Fournette is physical in this game, we're going to have a problem. We're going to have a big issue. We're going to have a huge issue. So, Philly Eagles fans said the league is moving away from the pocket pass to mobile dual threats. Yeah, I can see that a little bit. But there's guys like, I mean, Jesus. I mean, there's guys like even Justin Herbert that's a pure pocket passer, and just the throws that he can make. I mean, that guy is. I mean, love him. I mean, great. You know what I mean? The Hero Squad said, "Will Cowboys beat 49ers?" That's gonna be a tough game. It's really gonna be a tough game. It's really like that 49ers defense, that second half of that game that we watched, like they were tearing it up. I mean, they played so. I mean, they brought the heat. I mean, defensively, I mean, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle. I mean, not even just George Kittle, but Deebo Samuel, man, he is a monster. I mean, Brandon Ayuk is great too. I mean, I wanted Ayuk in that draft. I wanted him so damn badly. We never got a chance to, try to pick him, but Brandon Ayuk is great. I think I think the 49ers can get it done. I mean, Dallas's defense is good, but offensively, like they've had some issues, you know what I mean? Like they've made some mistakes here and there, but I don't know. They could win. I mean, there's a possibility the Cowboys could win. They could win that game. I think it can go either way. I just don't think the Cowboys are going to get by Green Bay. They really need us to win against Tampa Bay. You know what I mean? Like if we beat Tampa Bay, Cowboys actually, I think Cowboys face the Rams. I'm not sure. I could be wrong though. I'm a week early. Says Doug Pearson to coach the Giants and is in play. I mean, I see him going. I mean, he had an interview with the Bears, had an interview with the Jaguars. So I don't know how far it's going to go, but Paul Mancini says my sources have the Colts trading QB Carson Wentz to the Vikings for Kirk Cousins. Both teams go through a retool. Oh my God! I hope that's not. The Vikings are not getting better by putting Carson Wentz on the Vikings. That's definitely not right. Professor Cass, the Cowboy fans just want us to be scared like they are. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're facing the tougher opponent this week than they are. So, System of a Knot, what's going on, man? Hope you're having a good day tonight. Good night tonight. Molinov 21 says Bucks are getting Shaq Barrett, Avante David back. Yeah. They should be getting Fournette should be back too. Yeah, I mean Fournette should be coming back too. Commissar says honestly I'm scared. It's Tom Brady versus Gannon's defense. We shall see though. Doing good, bro. Doing good, man. John Doe says if I'm a D coordinator, I'm doing all I can, putting lights out, concussion type hits on mobile QBs. That's definite. Rich MC Joey Shakes, you think Tom Brady going to try and play where he gets the ball on a catch this Sunday? Yeah, he might. He might want to get his catch back that he missed in that Super Bowl. Probably. Who knows? Farrell said Hurts used to be a run first QB. He has grown to more of a passer. Oh yeah, definitely. He's definitely grown more than a passer. But of course we bring the statistics into it that he's only beat one team over 500. So I understand that, but it's sometimes like we need to see what he could do against bad teams. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's nice to see this team face a really bad team. When we think we're really bad, there's always a team that's worse. So I'm glad we're not the worst team in the NFL. That's definitely the truth. Big D said Jalen essentially developing the McNabb principle, a guy who tries to distance himself from the running QB label. I agree with that. Paul says Panthers trade their 6th overall pick to the Eagles for number 16 QB Gardner Minshew and Brandon Brooks. That would be really interesting. Brooks is going to be tough. Brooks did not come back this year. He's been gone since the home opener with the pectoral. He's been hurt before the season started this year, I said if Brandon Brooks gets hurt, I'm done. He got hurt the first week of training camp. He got hurt the first week going to the Falcons game. He got hurt the second week home opener against the 49ers, and he still has been out. He's a $19 million cap hit next year. Who's going to take on that money? I have no idea. Who's going to take on that cap hit? Because I have no idea. The Eagles, if they trade him post-June next year, they save about $13.5, $13.6 million with only like maybe a $4 million dead cap, which is fine. It's a lot of money you're saving. But who's going to take on the $19 million dead cap? I don't know. Who's going to take a cap hit of $19 million? That's the only problem I'm having with it. That's it. If they put it's like there was 5 games left on the schedule, and Brandon Brooks was brought back. He played him for some games. You build his trade value up a little bit, which the Eagles didn't do. I mean, the Eagles did not do that whatsoever. I mean, it was just, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. He's making a lot of money right now. And I think Jack Driscoll's played really well. Obviously, he's on IR right now, but Driscoll, when he was in, he was playing fantastic at right guard. Herbig can play both guard spots, but he's better at right guard than left guard. So you have LaRaven Clark that can play right guard as well, that he played in that Cowboys game too. So, I mean, you have depth, but I think they're going to get more depth. They're definitely drafting another offensive lineman this year. I think within the first 3 rounds or 4 rounds, they'll draft another offensive lineman. So, Sixers Dub wants that we could beat Brady and the Buccaneers. All we need is Nick Files back. Philly Eagles fans says Wentz fanboys just hate Hurts for no reason. Just call me Flair says Jalen Hurts is better than Carson Wentz. As of right now, it's looking like it. Choco Sim Racing says Dallas Goedert didn't play week 3 versus Bucks. Yeah. And that was definitely huge. But this team had no identity that week. I mean, they had no identity. They only had, I think, one. I think Ertz only had. I think he had the only touchdown thing. I don't even remember. I think passing touchdown wise. Other than that, I mean, you had no running game. Jordan Howard was on practice squad. I mean, it was a mess. It was a total disaster. It was. Brady was like 32 for, I think, 34 for 43, or I forgot almost 300 yards. I mean, he threw so much in that game. I mean, he tore us apart. Leonard Fournette had $120, $130 on us in that game. It was bad. It was real. We had Eric Wilson as our middle linebacker. When Eric Wilson was here, we thought he was our best linebacker, and obviously that wasn't the case. This team it's been a huge turnaround. As much as everyone doesn't want to believe it, big turnaround for the Eagles. See. Philly Eagles fans said if Hurts wins a playoff game before Wentz, I'm going to be insufferable to all Wentz fanboys who have hated on Hurts all year. Yeah, it should be interesting. Devin Lloyd is great. Yeah, I've been looking at him. Big D said you have a good point. McNabb had a few holes in his game of any Eagles QB history, but Jalen is trying to measure up, but does not look the same. KOLC says, can't wait for Hurts to play these Bucks like he does the Saints, kills them. Roro says, I think Hurts will beat Brady this Sunday. If the Eagles pull out this win this Sunday, I'm telling you, if the Eagles pull this win out, it's gonna be really interesting. I'm not even kidding. They pull this win out. Watch out. That's all I gotta say. They pull this win out. I'm telling you. They take Tom Brady out of the playoffs. Oh man, I am telling you, this team is. I'm gonna be scared myself of what this team is gonna do. I'm not even kidding. I don't care how we win. I don't care if it's an ugly game. It doesn't matter. Playoffs are playoffs. Wins are wins. Losses are losses in this league. It doesn't matter what you do in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Joe says, hey, they should draft the QB from UCLA. The Colts should, honestly. They might. Could happen. Rock to Arse, what's going on, man? How you doing, bro? Carlton Roberts, what's going on? Says Eagles by 6. Kanye Gang says, I agree. Wentz is just bad luck. JT got stop at 4th and goal. Sad. I believe Green 20. What's going on, man? On my way, are you? It's man, our white jerseys with the black pants. I love, dude. You know what? I'm actually a big fan of the white jerseys with the black pants. I don't know. First time I saw a picture of it, I thought it was weird. But when they actually went on the field in live action and I saw them, yeah, it really grew on me. I thought that whole uniform grew on me. I agree. Sixers dub one. If Eagles lose the Buccaneers, I'm gonna. I mean, it might. Guys, like they could lose against Tampa. It's not like they can't. It could happen. I think it depends on. Obviously, it's Jonathan Gannon's defense. It's the Eagles running the football. It's the Eagles being fundamentally sound, not getting penalties. That's going to be a bigger thing, too. Stupid penalties. You know what I mean? If you guys remember, they had that stupid drive killer from Jannard Avery. I think the Eagles could have won that Tampa Bay game. I think because of that Jannard Avery taunting penalty that he had in that Buccaneer game 3 months ago, if you guys remember. Someone actually mentioned that to me in the comment section a few days ago. So you remember Jannard Avery screwed up that whole entire drive? I was like, you know what? You're right. He did. You know? Down man says we need to again to blitz 1 or 2 men each down, 4-man rush will enable Brady to complete 4 or 5 touchdowns. If that doesn't work, they got to figure something out. Regardless, Joey, do you score predictions in a simulation, please? I'm going to do a simulation. I'm going to do a simulation probably Saturday. Rolando says Scotty Miller going to go off. He could go off. I mean, Brady's made him look really good. I mean, he's a deep threat. Scotty Miller's a big deep threat. You know what I mean? So I think Big Play Slay is going to be on Mike Evans the whole entire game. He better be. I mean, even last game, I think Evans only had 2 receptions the whole game, 20-something yards. It wasn't much. I mean, Slay shut him down. But Scotty Miller's going to be another problem. I mean, definitely. He could be. But losing Chris Godwin, losing Antonio Brown, you still have Perriman there. I mean, they still have weapons. Clark Roberts says, Joey, who's going to cover Gronk? I don't know. It's going to be either TJ Edwards, Avonte Maddox. I don't know who's going to cover him. I mean, I don't really have faith in Avonte Maddox covering a big tight end like that. I think they're going to incorporate. I think they're going to, with OJ Howard and Gronk, I think they're going to use tight ends a lot in this game. I think they will. I think they'll use tight ends a lot. Joe Guy says he needs development. Manning wasn't good until his 4th season. Mahomes, the latest, the rare diamonds. Y'all need to ease up on Hurts. Yeah, wasn't Peyton Manning? Didn't he throw like 30-something picks his first year or two? Didn't he throw like Peyton Manning's rookie the second year? He threw like 30-something picks. I mean, one of the worst. I mean, I know some quarterbacks have had really bad couple years. Humble what the close says, hey Joe, I want to do an Eagles podcast. Join the Eagles podcast family. What program do I need to do exactly what you are doing? Wait, I'm confused. What was this question? Hey Joe, I want to do an Eagles podcast. Join the Eagles podcast family. What program do I need to do exactly? What are you doing? I have no idea what you're even. I'm trying to figure out what you're even saying. I'm sorry, but maybe it's the way you're wording it. I don't know what you're really asking. Just let me know again. John Doe says Hurts is average. As an Eagles fan, why would you accept average play at the QB position? Well, we have no choice but to have Jalen Hurts here right now. That's it. I mean, if you think he's just playing average right now, it's totally fine. You know what I mean? I think he's played some good games. You know what I mean? I think he's played pretty well recently. It's just people like to use statistics, and people like to say, "Oh, well, he's played against bad teams," and blah blah blah. I just need to see improvement. I mean, he wins a playoff game. Yeah, it's a big deal against a team like this. It's a big deal. He wins the playoff game. If he's in this playoff game, even if they lose and he plays really well, you know what I mean? If he throws 4 picks in this game, 5 picks in this game, yeah, then it's a problem. But we'll see though. Roland says Hurts has better weapons than Brady, but Brady can do more with less. Oh, I agree with that. Well, obviously, you're facing the best quarterback to ever live, almost. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's different. It's just different. Even if Brady can have less weapons and still be productive, because Brady's knows how to. Obviously the coaching is really good, and then obviously Brady is smart with the football in his hands. You know what I mean? That's the big thing. Lamar Williams says, "What's up with Kerryon Johnson? I don't. He's on practice squad, isn't he? Is he on the active roster or practice squad? I don't know. I have no idea. He plays too much. I see he plays a lot of video games all the time. I always see he always puts these highlights up on Twitter. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. MG said Eagles won Super Bowl in 50 years. And trust me, I will cherish that Super Bowl for the rest of my life. So it doesn't make me feel bad when people say that. I don't care what people say about our freaking Super Bowls. Joe guys, did they come in Fat Boy, Joey Shakes, Tubby, Philly 500, or goddamn EDB? That's how you know. MG says trade Cox to the Giants. Hell, if we trade we trade Fletcher Cox to the Giants, they're giving us like a first round pick. You're not trading to a rival team. You're not trading a player to a rival team. You're getting nothing in return. Nah, you're definitely going to fleece them for something. It don't matter what it is. What the hell is going on with this chat? Danny Simpson says Ram fan rooting for Philly to milk that goat. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping they slay the goat this weekend. That's what I'm hoping for. Eagles fans are impatient. I definitely agree with that. No doubt about it. There's no doubt about it right now. Howie, are you listening? Humble like close to hey Joe, I want to do an Eagles podcast too. I want to join the Eagles podcast family. What program would I use? Oh, the program? I mean, just to start, like if you don't have a good computer where you can run like OBS or like OBS Streamlabs or just OBS in general, like StreamYard is probably the best way to go if you just want to just set something up and start streaming in the beginning. StreamYard. So check it out. Definitely check it out. StreamYard. I've been switching back and forth. Like I've been using the other stuff, and I've been using this, and then the other stuff, and this. So I've been like back and forth. All right. We have 179 in the chat. We're probably going to end this in a couple minutes. 179 in the chat. If you guys haven't subscribe to the channel. We cover the Eagles every single day. If you guys haven't liked the stream, please like the stream before you leave. It does help out the channel a lot. Our schedule for this week, we're going to have a live stream Friday, just me. Saturday, I'm going to be hosting the Philly Shakedown with Philly 500 on Saturday. And Sunday, we'll be streaming the game. We'll have a post game, and we will be obviously doing another Shakedown Sunday night. So definitely check that out. Guys, if you guys have not Philly Foothills, there's a content creator called Philly Foothills is a content creator. A big travesty that happened in his family. He's the Eagles content creator. His son actually passed away at 26 years old. I'm not going to get into details what it is, but his GoFundMe is down below for the funeral costs. I would really appreciate it. I don't care if you donate 50 cents, $1, $5, whatever it is. And trust me, if you have more to give out, then that's great. We're trying to help Philly Foothills and his family with the burial costs for his son. To obviously take some stress off of him, which obviously I can't imagine going through that. But he's one of our brothers. Even if you don't watch Philly Foothills and his channel, give the guy support. Description below, the GoFundMe link is down there. Definitely check it out. Support this man, and give it your all. Try to donate whatever you possibly can to what he's going through. Description below. Check it out. And if you guys have not, check out the memberships for the channel for the Shake Squad Army, pinned in the comment section, and obviously the description below for the memberships. If you get to the second tier of memberships to the Shake Squad Captain, we're going to be reacting to highlight videos of all college players. But obviously, between the next couple of weeks, we're getting into draft mode. So free agency and draft mode. So definitely check all of that out. And we're definitely going to react to all that. So if you subscribe to the membership, second tier membership for Shake Squad Captain, we're going to be covering all that stuff. So definitely go check that out. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys had a fantastic night. Thank you. I mean, I'm still kind of sick with the virus and everything. It's been kind of crazy. I'm feeling better, but I'm still not out of the woods yet. I'm very tired every day. Much love to everybody that joined the stream. We're going to have a couple videos out tomorrow And then Friday night, we're going to be doing another one of these streams. Saturday, I'm going to be hosting the Philly Shakedown with 500. Should be a lot of fun. I'll put out a post for all that. So, and then Sunday we'll be streaming the game. We'll have a post game, and obviously we'll have another stream with Philly 500 on his channel. So it's gonna be a busy week, and the Eagles, got to do their work, man. I'm excited, guys. We have a playoff game. Like, our season could have ended last week. Like, we could be sitting home right now doing nothing. Just watching the playoffs as a casual fan and just saying, yeah, whoever wins, wins, and that's it. But, man, our team is in there. Flyers fly, guys. I'm proud of these guys for what they've done. I'm very excited. So, other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. Subscribe if you guys haven't. Like the stream before you leave if you haven't. Check out Philly Foothills, check out the GoFundMe page, and check out the memberships. Very important. We're Shake Squad Captain, second tier. We're going to be doing highlight reactions of all the draft prospects coming in 2022. So very excited. Other than that, guys, I will see you guys later. You guys have a fantastic day. Love you all. See you guys later. Shake Squad up, follow slide. Peace out, guys. Peace. See you guys.